Veronica and Alex. Once upon a time there was a girl called Veronica. She was a happy, clever and smart girl. She lived in a beautiful house with a red roof, and next to the house there was a tree under which she used to sit to have her snack on hot days. Our friend had 2 dads. Yes, 2 dads, Daniel and Dylan. She really enjoyed playing with them. They played ball, they played with her dolls or with building blocks. But what Veronica liked most was to spend time with her friend Alex. Alex lived in the house next door. Everyone called it the Orange House because the walls were orange. Every day they met at the park after school. They played on the swings, down the slide and in the sandbox. Sometimes they even liked to imagine that they had superpowers, and one of the things they enjoyed most was to tickle each other and laugh. But one day everything changed. Alex stopped going to the park. His dad and mum had to work, so he needed to stay with one of his uncles. Veronica only saw him on Fridays, and he was sad and angry most of the time. She didn't like seeing him like this. She tried to cheer him up, but she wasn't able to. One of those afternoons with leaves on the ground, everything changed. Alex decided to tell his secret to her, but first he asked her to swear with her little finger that she wasn't going to share it with anyone. Alex was very serious. He began by saying that since his mum and dad had started working, his uncle was taking care of him. At first he had fun with him. He even bought him sweets and they played video games and kept telling him that was their secret, that he shouldn't tell anyone. One day he began to stroke him, touch him inside his underwear and tickle him. That's what his uncle called it. But it wasn't the kind of tickling that makes you laugh, but rather a nasty one that gives you a tummy ache. Alex didn't like it, but he thought that if he told his mum and dad, they were going to tell him off. When he finished talking, he shed huge tears, and Veronica was very sad. How could she help him? And then right away she remembered that her parents had told her that there are good secrets, like a birthday present, and bad secrets, things that hurt. They had also told her that no one can force us to give a kiss or a hug because your body is yours and my body is mine. And lastly, one rule they had insisted a lot on: if something you don't like happens to you, you must tell a grown-up you trust. Mum, dad, a teacher, a doctor, what Daniel called the trust network. Veronica told Alex that he must tell his parents, who were sitting on a bench. At first he didn't want to, but Veronica told him that she would wear her superhero costume and he could do the same, and this way they wouldn't be recognised and they would be able to save the world from evil people. Alex put his mask and his cape on, gathered his strength and told his mum everything that had happened. She hugged him and told him that it wasn't his fault and that she would protect him. For a few days, Alex didn't go to the park. Veronica played a lot at home with her toys and didn't really want to go to the park, but thought about her friend a lot. Suddenly, someone rang the doorbell. It was Alex. What a joy! He was coming to play with her. She was back with her best friend. They went straight outside to play. He was back to his usual self, a happy boy who enjoyed playing ball and jumping. They had such a great time. It was nearly time to go home for tea and bed, but before that, Alex thanked Veronica for having helped him and for being such a good friend. He told her that his bad uncle couldn't hurt him anymore, that the police had come and arrested him. They imagined a big police van with flashing lights coming to take him away. And now I'm going to ask you a favour. If you want to help Veronica and Alex save the world from bad people, we must remember a few things. Your body is yours, and my body is mine. There is fun tickling and bad tickling. There are good secrets and bad secrets. But if you need help or someone makes you feel bad, find a grown-up you trust and tell him or her. Protect yourself, protect me.